It's lights out and away we go for the sprint, and Charles Leclerc gets a very good start indeed. Verstappen's been caught napping maybe. Perez making ground early on. Leclerc takes the lead of the sprint. It's Leclerc with Magnussen almost on the grass. Verstappen second, then comes Norris. K-Mag going wheel to wheel with Daniel Ricciardo and onto the curb. Carlos Sainz is trying to make up places. Looks like Perez has got past Daniel Ricciardo as they file through Tamburello and onto the Villeneuve chicane. And there is Zhou Guanyu. Looks like his sprint is over by the end of the first lap.
Not really sure where Zhou thought Gasly could go. Didn't quite leave him enough space.
Yeah, what the... Of course, he could stay there.
Going to go the long way around. Alonso's not going to make it easy, but a fellow Spaniard, and I don't think he'll put up too much of a fight.
The Spanish battle has been won by Carlos Sainz. What he can do very well is produce some overtakes from a long way back. Look at the bouncing on the Ferrari. The Red Bull's coming at him. Verstappen goes round the outside into the chicane, stays on the track. Max Verstappen takes the lead at the sprint here in Imola, and we've had passes for the lead in a sprint for the first time, the first sprint of 2022, and I hope they're all like this. This is epic. The sprint has flashed by, and it's ended with victory for Max Verstappen here in Imola.
That's it, right?
That's it. Well done. Pole position for tomorrow.
5 lights are on ahead of the drivers. It's the sprint here in the Red Bull Ring. Verstappen gets away well, ahead of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz and George Russell, then Esteban Ocon, and on the inside Kevin Magnussen. Verstappen leads them through, and Carlos Sainz gets ahead of Charles Leclerc. We've got cars going wide and a crash at the first corner. Pierre Gasly involved in that incident. Verstappen is being pressurised all the way by Carlos Sainz, who's going to have to go the long way around the outside to get this done. Charles Leclerc on the inside is going to make amends possibly and get past his teammate, but no, Sainz slams the door shut as the Williams of Alex Albon goes wide, and now down to turn 4. This could be tricky. Tailwind into here. On the inside, Charles Leclerc ahead of his teammate Carlos Sainz.
And initially then Leclerc got away really quickly. Verstappen pinched him to the inside. Sainz goes around the outside, and there's the contact in the middle of the pack. We're going to see it from Lewis Hamilton's perspective. So Gasly was behind him and is now alongside him. Now, nothing Lewis could do about that one. Gasly starts wandering across the left-hand side and creates a sandwich, and I'm afraid he has to take the can for that one.
Is Sergio Perez close enough to make a move on Mick Schumacher? Trouble for Perez. Schumacher's got DRS, and he's now thinking of a move on Kevin Magnussen. And Magnussen's trying to keep 2 cars at bay, as down the inside goes Sergio Perez, and that's a beautiful move by the Mexican driver in the Red Bull. It is the Aston Martin of Sebastian Vettel coming out of the fast left-hander at turn 6.
That looks like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Albon is entitled to some space up the inside.
One hit me there.
They're both neck and neck going into turn 3, and Mick Schumacher really covered off the inside line that time around. Hamilton almost hit him, getting an exit out of turn 3. Mick Schumacher's trying to come across and defend here, but if he does, he risks contact with the Mercedes. Hamilton this time has got slightly ahead going into turn 4. He's trying to hang it out round the outside. Schumacher just slams that door on him.
He's got to have a chance here. He's gone to the outside again, though.
That was the first part of his best chance so far to get past Mick Schumacher. The second part might be slightly easier because he consistently gets a better exit out of turn 3, and on this occasion Hamilton gets DRS, Mick Schumacher hasn't, and as they get into the braking zone, Hamilton is ahead and he's up into the points. It's another sprint weekend, it's another sprint victory, it's his 3rd in total for Max Verstappen, the championship leader, who wins the sprint at the Red Bull Ring.
Well done, Max. Pole position for tomorrow. Well done.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Perfect Saturday for Max Verstappen. So, who's going to get away the best? It's lights out and away we go for the sprint. Magnussen does get a good start, as does George Russell as well. Lando Norris is coming thick and fast, and into turn 1 we go. Esteban Ocon wants to dive down the inside here. Fernando Alonso's waiting. Esteban Ocon on the inside of his teammate forces Fernando Alonso wide, and they make contact. The 2 Alpines but manage to keep going. We're riding on board now with Sebastian Vettel. DRS is wide open for Lance Stroll, and Vettel is onto the grass. Stroll moved over to the left-hand side there. Vettel had to back off. He can go wheel to wheel with Verstappen into preserve that lead. They are wheel to wheel. Russell is now ahead and into the lead. George Russell is taking him 3 goes, but finally he gets past Max Verstappen, and the crowd here roar their approval for that one. You got not 1 but 2 chasing the championship leader of the pack here, and the first one on him is Carlos Sainz, who goes down the inside. Verstappen gives him enough space, and there is contact, and there is damage there to the front wing end plate of Max Verstappen's Red Bull. Yeah, Verstappen going for a hat-trick of wins in the sprints in 2022, and his hopes have disappeared ever since George Russell overtook him, and now Verstappen finds himself down in 4th place as Lewis Hamilton moves up into the top 3. It's George Russell, the man who ended up in the gravel in qualifying yesterday. He's left no stone unturned today in his pursuit of victory. George Russell, to the checkered flag, wins the Sao Paulo sprint. George Russell, GP3, F2 champion in back-to-back seasons, made a habit of winning there, but this is his first victory in Formula 1.